Good morning, students. Today I am going to teach unitary method in the same topic, that is after direct variation proportion unitary method, right? Actually both methods are same, they are not same. Method of doing sums are different. Okay, right. Now I am going to explain the definition of unitary method. See, that is finding the value of one unit and then using it to find the value of the required number of units is known as unitary method. In direct proportion, we did the sum, whereas x1 by y1, with that condition we did the sum, isn't it? But here what we are going to do now, find the value of one unit. From that we are going to find the value of required number of units. Yes, the name of this method is unitary method. Yes, children? Right. Steps for involving in unitary method. First step, express the given problem in mathematical statement. First, the given problem, we have to write it mathematical statement. Then, find the value of one unit. For example, cost of 10 apples. Now, first we have to find the cost of one apple. Like that, find the value of one unit of the given item using division. Yes, cost of 10, how we used to find the value of cost of 1? Normally we used to divide that number by number of apples, isn't it? That is, cost of 10 apple is 100 rupees. Now how to find the cost of 1 apple? 100 divided, that is total cost divided by number of apple. 100 divided by 10. Same way. Then find the value of the required number of the same item using multiplication. That is, suppose we have to find the value of 5 apples cost. Cost of 1 apple is 10. 10 into 5, 50. That is multiplication process. Yes, children? Right. Listen. I will go with first sum now. Right. First question. The weight of 72 books is given. Weight of 72 books is 9 kilogram. What is the weight of 40 such book? Yes. I am going to do this sum using unitary method. Actually, we can do this sum with direct proportion method also. Yes, right. Using unitary method, I am going to do this sum. That is, what is the first step in unitary method? Find the, that is one, what is the first step, Kana? Find the value of one unit. Find the value of one unit. So, first I am going to find, see, first question, what is given? I am going to write what is given. Weight of 72 books equal to 9 kilogram. Weight of 72 books, 9 kilogram. From this, I am going to find out what is the weight of one book. Therefore, weight of one book is equal to 9. That is total weight divided by 72, division. First method is division, I told on that step. So, total weight of 72 books is 9 kilogram. How to find the weight of one book? 9 divided by 72 kilogram. So, just you leave it, don't do any simplification over that, right? Next step, what we have to find out? Weight of 40 such books. Therefore, weight of 40 books is equal to 9 divided by 72. This is weight of one book. 9 divided by 72 into weight of 40 books into 40. Now here I am going to do the simplification, right? Using that ninth table. 1 9 is 9. How many 9s will make 72, Kana? How many 9s? 1 9 is 9. Then, how many 9s? 8 9s are 72. Yes. Next, I will go with 8th table. 1 8 is 8. 5 8s are 40. So, here in numerator I got 1. 1 into 5, 5. 5 divided by 1. Answer is 5. Answer is 5. So, 5 kilogram. This is weight of 40 books. Weight of 40 books. Weight of 40 books is equal to 5 kilogram. Yes, children? Listen one more time. Very simple sums. So that is unitary method. We can solve this. I am going to solve this sum. That is weight of 72 book 9 kilogram. Therefore weight of one book 9 by 72 kilogram. Therefore weight of 40 books 9 by 72 into 40. Do the simplification. 1 9 is 9. 8 9s are 72. Cancel with 8th table. 1 8 is 8. 5 8s are 40. So 1 into 5 5 divided by 1 5 kg. Answer is the weight of 40 books is equal to 5 kilogram. Actually, you people you have to do along with all these steps. Without steps, you should not do the sums. Okay, children? Right. Next, second sum. That is second question. Second question is, Tamarai pays rupees 7,500 as rent for 3 months. How much? 7,500 as rent for 3 months. With the same rate, how much does she have to pay for 1 year? So, for 3 months, rent is 7,500. We have to find rent for 1 year. So, before do the sum, I am going to convert that 1 year is equal to how many months? 12 months. Yes. Next, amount paid for 3 months. That is rent for 3 months. Rent for 3 months. How much they used to pay? Rupees 7,500. Yes. For 3 months rent is 7,500. From this I am going to find out rent for 1 month. Therefore, rent for 1 month is equal to 7,500 divided by 3. So, do the cancellation with third table ma. 1 3 is 3. 7. 2 3s are 6. Balance 1. 15. 5 3s are 15. And take and write these two zeros over here. So, this is equal to rupees 2,500. So, actually rent for 3 months 7,500 na. Rent for 1 month 2,500. So, how to find out the rent for 1 year? 1 year equal to 12 months. So, I am going to multiple this answer with 12. Therefore, rent for 12 months is equal to rupees 2,500 into 12. That is equal to rupees 2. See here, 2,500 into 12. So, just you leave these two zeros. At last in the answer, we can add that 0. Then remaining number 5 2s are 10. Balance 1. 2 2s are 4. 4 plus 1 5. 1 5 is 5. 1 2 is 2. Just here I multiple these whole numbers. At last I am going to add these two zeros along with that answer. 0. 5 plus 5 0. Balance 1. 3. So, take and write the two zeros. So, how much rupees? 30,000. This is the rent for how many months? 12 months. So, answer is total amount she has to pay for 1 year. Total amount she has to pay for 1 year is equal to rupees 30,000. Yes, children? Right. See, all these steps you have to write it in your classwork without fail. 1 year equal to 12 months. Amount paid as rent for 3 months, 7,500. Therefore, for 1 month, 7,500 divided by 3. 1 3 is 3. 2 3s are 6. Balance 1. 15 are 5 3s. So, answer is 2,500. So, amount paid as rent for 1 year is equal to 12 months. So, we have to multiple this answer along with 12. So, 2,500 into 12, that is equal to rupees 30,000. This is rough work. So, at last take and write the answer. Total amount she has to pay for 1 year equal to rupees 30,000. Yes? Got it, children? Yes. Next, I'll go with third sum. See here. If 30 men can reap a field in 15 days, then in how many days can 20 men reap the same field? Unitary method, I am going to do this sum, right? 30 men can reap the field in how many days? 30 men can reap the field in how many days? 15 days. So, first I am going to find out one man can reap in field in how many days, right? Therefore, one man can reap the field in how many days? 15 divided by 30 days. 15 divided by 30 days. 30 men are doing the work in 15 days. Now, one man can do in that work means 15 divided by 30. That is, just to do this cancellation, what it will happen? 1 15 is 15, 2 15s are 30. So, that is half a day. That is 1 by 2 day. That is half day, right? Now, how to find out for 20 men? That is, therefore, 20 men can reap the field in how many days? Half into 20. Half into 20. So, do the cancellation. 1, 2 is 2. How many 2's will make 20 kana? 10 2's are 20. So, that is equal to how many days? 10 days. So, 20 men can answer. At last you take and write the answer. 20 men can reap the field in how many days? 10 days. Yes, children? Yes? Right. So, here with question. This is the question. If 30 men can reap a field in 15 days, then in how many days can 20 men reap the same field? Using unitary method, 30 men in 15 days. So, therefore, one man doing that work, it is equal to 15 by 30 days. That is half day. 1 15 is 15, 2 15s are 30, right? That is 1 15 is 15 2 times, right? So, half a day. So, 20 men can reap the field in half into 20. Yes. So, half into 20, simplify it. 1 2 is 2, 10 2s are 20. 1 into 10, 10 days. Yes, children? Right. Next, I'll go with the next sum, fourth sum. See, Vanli purchases 10 pens for rupees 180. Yes, and Kamala buys 8 pens for 96. This is little bit different. Different sum. What is that now? Vanli purchased 10 pens for 180. Kamala buys 8 pens for 96. Can you say who bought the pen cheaper? Who bought the pen cheaper? So, using unitary method, I am going to find out one by one. That is cost of one pen. Vanli purchased how much rupees, and then I am going to find out Kamala's amount, right? First, fourth one, listen. Actually Valli's purchase I am going to do separately first. Valli purchases 10 pens for how many rupees? 180 rupees. So, what about the cost of one pen? Therefore, cost of one pen is equal to rupees 180 divided by 10. So, simplify it. Cancel this 0 and 0. Get the answer rupees 18. So, Valli purchased 10 pens for rupees 180. cost of 1 pen is equal to 180 divided by 10. Cancel the zeros. We'll get the answer 18 rupees. Yes, children? Right. Next, I'll go with Kamala's. Kamala buys 8 pens for rupees 96. Kamala buys 8 pens for rupees 96. What about the for how much rupees Kamala buy 1 pen? Therefore, Kamala buys 1 pen for 96 divided by 8. 8 the table 1 time in 9 180 is 8. Balance 1, 60 left, 2 8s are 16. That is equal to rupees 12. So, cost of Kamala buys 1 pen for how many rupees? 12 rupees. But Valli purchase 1 pen for how many rupees? 18 rupees. Here our question is what? Can you say who bought the pen cheaper? Isn't it? Who bought the pen cheaper? Here rupees 12. That is rupees 12 is less than rupees 18. Then who bought the pen as cheaper? 12 rupees pen is cheaper. That is Kamala. Kamala bought the pen cheaper. At last taken write the answer. Therefore, Kamala bought the pen cheaper. Yes. Kamala bought the pen as cheaper. Yes, children? Right. See, fourth question. Again, I'll repeat. Valli purchased 10 pens for rupees 180 and Kamala buys 8 pens for rupees 96. Can you say who bought the pen cheaper? Valli purchases 10 pens for rupees 180. So, Valli purchased 1 pen for rupees 180 by 10 rupees 18. So, Kamala buys 8 pen for rupees 96. Therefore, Kamala buys 1 pen for 96 by 8, that is rupees 12. So, 12 is less than 18. So, Kamala bought the pen cheaper. Yes, children? Got it, children? Right. Now, I'll go with fifth sum. Right, fifth sum. See, look at that fifth question. A motorbike requires 2 liters of petrol to cover 100 kilometers. Yes, how many liters of petrol will be required to cover 250 kilometers, right? So, that is requires, liter of petrol requires to cover 100 kilometer is 2. Yes. So, we have to find how many liters of petrol will be required to cover 250 kilometers. Right. To cover, that is next question, fifth one. See, listen children. To cover 100 kilometer, that is to cover 100 kilometer, quantity of petrol required. Quantity of petrol required is equal to 2 liters. How much? 2 liters. Yes. Now, so to cover 1 liter, we have to find out for 1 kilometer. To cover 1 kilometer, petrol required is equal to, that is 2 liters for 100 kilometer. So, simplify this. 1 2 is 2, 5 2 are 10, 0. That is 1 by 50 liters. Yes, 1 by 50 liters. That is to cover 1 kilometer, petrol required is how much? 2 by 100. 2 by 100 simplify that 2 by 100 means we will get 1 by 50 liters. Right. Next, what we have to find out? Our question is to cover 250 kilometer, petrol required petrol required is equal to 1 by 50 into 250. 1 by 50 into 250. That is, cancel the zeros. 1 0 and 0. 1 5 is 5. 5 5 5 are 25. So 1 into 5 5. So how many liters required to cover 250 kilometer? 5 liters. How many liters kana? 5 liters. That is, at last take and write the answer. Answer is 5 liters of petrol required to cover 250 kilometer. Yes, children? Right. Again, I will explain to you here with question. Listen to me. Motorbike requires 2 liters of petrol to cover 100 kilometers. How many liters of petrol will be required to cover 250 kilometers? To cover 100 kilometer, quantity of petrol required 2 liters. Therefore, to cover 1 kilometer, 2 by 100, that is 1 by 50 liters. That is, to cover 250 kilometer, petrol required is equal to 1 by 50 into 250. Do the cancellation. 150 is 50, 550s are 250. So 5 liters petrol required to cover how many kilometers? 250 kilometers. Yes. Am I clear, children? Right. Next I will go with last sum. That is, see, a car travels 90 kilometer in 2 hours 30 minutes. A car travels 90 kilometer in 2 hours 30 minutes. How much time is required to cover 210 kilometer? Yes, 210 kilometer. That is, car travels in 90 kilometer. Car travels 90 kilometer in 2 hours 30 minutes. Yes. See. First, this is sixth sum. See, kana time taken to cover. Time see, kana listen. Sixth one, time taken to cover 90 kilometer is equal to 2 hours 30 minutes. 2 hours 30 minutes. Time taken to cover 90 kilometer equal to 2 hours 30 minutes. So first we have to convert these 2 hours 30 minutes as minutes. As minutes. So 1 hour equal to how many minutes? 60 minutes. 1 hour equal to 60 minutes. Yes. So how you will convert this hours and minutes as minutes? Yes. Therefore, 2 hours 30 minutes is equal to 2. First I am going to convert this hours as minutes. 2 into 60 plus 30. 2 into 60, 120 plus 30. That is equal to 150 minutes. Yes. So time taken to cover 90 kilometer equal to 150 minutes. Yes. I'll convert this hours as minutes. That's all. 150 minutes. Now easily I am going to convert for time taken to cover 1 kilometer. Therefore, time taken to cover 1 kilometer is equal to 150 minutes for 90 kilometer. Yes, 150 divided by 90 minutes. Yes. Next, we have to find out time taken to cover 210 kilometer. Therefore, time taken to cover 210 kilometer. That is equal to 150 divided by 90 into 210. So here I am going to do the cancellation in this way, that is cancel this 0 and 0. Yes. Next I will go with third table. 3 3s are 9. 7 3s are 21. Yes. Next 1 3 is 3. How many 3s will make 150? 5 3s are 15 and add 1 0. Right? 50 into 7. 50 into 7 means 50 into 7. That is equal to 350 minutes. Yes. So again we have to convert this minutes as hours. How to convert this minutes as hours? Just we have to divide that minutes by 60. So how many 60s are there in 350? 5 6 are 30. 5 60s are 300. So balance 50. So now take and write the answer. That is equal to 5 hours 15 minutes. 5 hours 15 minutes. Yes children, time taken to cover 210 kilometer is equal to 5 hours 50 minutes. Yes. 5 into 7, 350. Convert this 350 minutes as hours. 350 divided by 60. 5 60s are 300. So balance is 50. So 350 minutes is equal to 5 hours 50 minutes. Yes children? Right. Listen here. This is the question. A car travels 90 km in 2 hours 30 minutes. How much time is required to cover 210 kilometers? Yes, 90 kilometer car travels 90 kilometer in 2 hours 30 minutes. Now, for 210 kilometers, how much time it will take? That is our question. So, time taken equal to 2 hours 30 minutes. So, first convert this hours as minutes. 1 hour equal to 60 minutes. So, 2 hours 30 minutes equal to 2 into 60 plus 30. 2 into 60, 120. 120 plus 30, 150 minutes. Right? Time taken to cover 1 kilometer equal to 150 by 90 minutes. So, therefore, time taken to cover 210 kilometer equal to 150 by 90 into 210. 150 by 90 into 210. Do the cancellation 0 and 0 with 3 table. 3 3s are 9, 7 3s are 21. 1 3 is 3, 53s are 150. So 50 into 7, 350 minutes. Again, we have to convert this minutes as hours. How to convert that minutes as hours? So just do the division. 350 divided by 60. 5 60s are 300. So 5 hours 15 minutes. Answer is 5 hours 15 minutes. Thus, the time taken to travel 210 kilometer is 5 hours 50 minutes. Yes children, got it? Right. Your today's homework sums are here. So yes, like last time, here also we have 6 questions. Easy sums only. Try to do it. Please try to do all the homework sum with steps. I need steps for all the sums. Yes children. Cost of 7 toys is given. Find the cost of 2 toys. From this, first you find the cost of 1 toy and then you go with 2 toys. Next, Mike can walk 128 km in 16 hours. What distance can he walk in 3 hours? First find out in 1 hour how much distance he can able to walk. Then you multiple that answer with 3 hours. Next sum. Cost of 12 kg of sugar is given. We have to find out cost of 3 kg. From this, 240 divided by 12 now, you will get the answer for 1 kg of sugar. Multiple that answer with 3. Next, 12 registers cost rupees 720. So, find the cost of 5. So, from this, find out for 1 and then multiple that answer. Next, a train covers 828 km in 9 hours. So, distance covered by a train in 1 hour first you have to find. Then, multiple that answer with 6. Last, the annual rent of a house is given. Find the rent of 5 months. Annual rent means for a year. 1 year rent is given. So, this one you have to divide by 12. Then you will get the answer for 1 year. Then find the rent of 5 months. That 1 year amount into 5. You will get the answer. Am I clear, children? Yes. Do your homework properly and send me your response. Yes, children. Thank you all.